I watch Andor and I immediately am like, thinking of the meme, if you've ever seen it, what radicalized you? Which is when people talk about like what incited them to be passionate about changing the world, right? And I think about all your work and how Andor fits in perfectly, I think, with most everything that you've written or directed. And if I asked you that question, what radicalized you, what would you answer?
Wow, that's a really.
It's kind of a big
question. I think the way I was raised, I think with a sense of community, and I was, and in a non-religious but highly moral household, where truth and community and empathy were, the tenets there. I mean, I really think that empathy is the key for everything. I think that's why people ask, is Hollywood liberal or whatever? I mean, it's made up of people who have to pretend to be other people, and I think that the act of pretending to be other people is instantly empathetic, and I think empathy is kind of the key to everything.
And certainly the key to what we need right now. I think about that all the
time. You can never have enough of that.
Yeah, and I think I thought about it so much in this season as well. And speaking of empathy and playing characters, you have this great distinction of being with Mon for so many years. Would you say that playing her has made you more diplomatic in any way?
Probably not. Is the short answer? Probably not.
Nah.
No, probably not. But I do. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I wish I was better.
Going forward after this conversation, we have a lot of thinking to do.
If somebody like cuts you off in a parking lot, are you like, grr, what a saw, Guerrero?
It depends. Whoa. I can just travel through all the cast of characters of Andor to have a different response every time someone cuts across. No, I'm just going to pick up on what Tony said there, and in regard to empathy, and the act of acting is to build that muscle of empathy. And it's been great to have this opportunity to play this version, or this elevated version of Mon Mothma, because you get to exercise that empathy in a way that perhaps I didn't get a chance to before.
Yeah, and I like, you've heard my cries, because I'm the one in the audience that's like, I just want a little bit more Mon Mothma. And I got it this season, and I'm like, and I don't want to, I obviously will never spoil a thing, but by the end, I'm like,
oh, great.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Great.
And also, like, let's just dispel all of the rumors once and for all about any kind of competitive spirit in this world of Star Wars. Like, you guys are so collaborative. And I wondered if you'd speak specifically to how do you keep everything straight among all the other great creators that are in this world? Like, do you guys talk?
Well,
like,
we don't ever interact. I mean,
really?
No, we have no interaction whatsoever. I mean, we'll see them. We'll see other people. I mean, there's been a couple events where a bunch of different people have been there, but there's no group hug, and there's no master conference or anything. No, I mean,
that actually is more impressive, that there's not a lot of communication, because it's so consistent.
At least I don't know, maybe other people, maybe I'm left, I don't know, maybe I haven't been invited to the party, but no. But I mean, what I was addressing the other day when we were talking about that was just, if you go online, there's a lot of people trying to make divisions between different shows and stuff, and it's just, it's senseless and it's wrong.
Doesn't exist.
It does
404,
not exist.
Page not found.
No, 404, page not found.
There's so many beautiful details in the show and all the movies. Is there like a small detail, anything that Mon, like maybe a prop or something about the costume that people might not notice, but because it's there, it helps you?
Well, I think there's two things I can speak to. First of all is the wig, because I think that is, I mean, it doesn't matter how bad a morning I am or how tired I am. Once you kind of put that wig on, you go, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is. And I think that is, everybody sees that. That's a huge part of her iconography. But there is something that actually traces through all versions. And I didn't really appreciate this until we came to do Andor. And that is that piece she wears.
Yeah.
That ties her back to Chandrila, I think, and Chandrilan culture. And there was something that we discovered in season 1. And I remember saying to Tony, I was like, I'd love to see her taking it off, or to her where, and Tony was like, yeah, how about there's a place that in our house that she puts it? He goes, yeah, open it. And it was just like, what's that idea? What is that? What is that she's carrying? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I brought that right through into, it's tiny, but there was a moment in episode 9 where she touches it.
But later on, the unbinding, her unbinding during the show is really subtle. But there's a number of places where she lets it down.
Well, and like in old-timey, rules for ladies, like when they would show an ankle, you'd be like, oh, it's like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then finally, as I get out of here, I just wondered if you two would like to tell each other a Star Wars joke of my choosing that I have written down on 2 pieces of paper.
Yes, absolutely. We're in. I will answer for
man. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Come on.
You get the question and you get the punchline.
Where did Luke get his cybernetic hand?
At the secondhand store.
Ba-da-na-na-na.